I don't know why I'm choosing to open up Snake Men, Infiltrator, and Serpent Claw Man-at-Arms today, because there are way cooler figures to open, but something's telling me to open these ones first, so that's what we're doing. I'm very excited. Snake Men cards. So I just got this wave from Big Bad Toy Store. That's who I order from, and I had duties on my last two orders after not having any duties ever, so that's kind of sad. I don't know what happened there. I had a little trick that I did, and it doesn't seem to be working anymore. So American cards, that means we're going to get words on the comic books. These are two figures I never had before. Actually, that's not true. I never had these as kids in these two waves, so I now have Spikor and Squeeze to review, but I chose these two Man-at-Arm variants, which is so strange that they put two of these out in the same wave. I find that very bizarre. I don't know what box to put these in. We'll talk about that a little bit in a while, but there is the art on the Serpent Claw Man-at-Arms, which is a 2000X. Oh, he's going in the 2000X. Oh, no. He's going in the Snake Men. Oh, I don't know. I think we have a 2000X and we have a Snake Men box. So, I don't know. My boxes are getting filled too. And then this is Snake Men Infiltrator. And very, very cool. Reminding me very much of the Palace Guard Army Builder, which I do have that one standing by. We might have to compare. Lots of armor. These are really cool. I'm talking too much about them and not showing you the art. Oh, it's showing you both of these guys in the same picture. That's kind of a smart thing to do. Oh, actually, no, that's a royal. I don't know. It said something about royal guards up there. I love these. These are cool. These are so very, very cool. I am struggling with opening this, and I'm doing this video later than I normally record the videos, and I'm opening up because I stick them all in bins. Okay, here we're showing you the bins. So I mean, they don't get smashed up or anything. I'm very careful when I place them in there, but I do categorize them, and they are toys. And in my experience, I have success. I mean, people sometimes say that I'm a little rough with my toys when I'm reviewing them, but I guess that's mostly because I'm flustered. For the most part, I'm very, very careful with my toys. Flocked figures, I didn't open up Flocked Panther, and I don't think I want to open up Flocked Moss Man either, because to put a flock, that flocking is going to get dented and stuff, so I was really sad, and I don't like those extra, I don't like the flocking, to tell you the truth, on Panther. I would prefer to have it without, and today, because it is MOTUesday, Mattel did release their new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Masters of the Universe mashup, and for the first time we're seeing a translucent, which this is even better, Moss Man. Hopefully they do put out like a normal Moss Man with just green, solid green, but I love translucent figures, so I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about that whole line. I think it's really, really cool, and there's lots of fun stuff on that. But, I mean, I can open this, actually, and maybe I will do it that way, and then just put it back in the box. Yeah, I could review Moss Man that way. Anyway, I am stoked about that new... I think it's the last thing I looked at on my phone. Hopefully that shows up. Does it show up? Come on. Oh no, they updated my thing. Maybe I can search for Masters and show you. It is amazing, even though this is like not good quality for me to be like pulling up a picture on my phone and then showing you in the camera. Come on. They've given them, I don't think it stays zoomed in when you zoom in. Oh, but it's kind of working though. Translucent Moss Man, mutated Moss Man they're calling them. It looks like these translucent plastic. They gave him armor that gives him all kind of tentacles, And Beastman, they really did something crazy too. Go over to the Masters Instagram, check out this graphic to see the Turtles of Grayskull mashups. I'm so excited. But we're opening these today, and I'm sorry if it's taking me too long to do it. I'll get out the rudimentary scissors, and we'll get cutting. This is Serpent Claw Man-at-Arms. So I guess I'm going to have to put together a box that is for snake men, because I do have snake armor, a lot of snake armor figures that aren't really snake men, and that way I can put the snake men together, and I can put I try so hard not to wreck my cards, but it happens. But the last figure we opened didn't come with one of these schematic drawings, so that was kind of sad. But this one, we got him, and he is the mustache version of Man-at-Arms. Cool. And then here is the comic book that features these four. Oh, it's so much better than the Canadian ones. The pictures are all blown up and bigger, and I love the toy art. Always, I can't get over it. From the dawn of times, from Masters of the Universe, from the beginning, this is the comic book for all four figures. So we're only looking at one comic book today. The art is especially nice. I've been really, I don't know if they've changed some of the artists or something, but it looks more traditional, hand-drawn, and that is what I like. Yeah, that's a sweet looking comic. The Fading Fortress, also on the international Canadian ones, they take away the title, so it is interesting. I do kind of want to have one of each comic, one with the writing on it and one without the writing on it. And I'll clean up my cards. I do save my cards and everything later. I'm opening the other one first. I want to see the figures. The comic books are not the best part. Actually, the comic books are awesome. That was like one of the bonus great things of collecting Masters of the Universe as a kid. Was that the comic books were so cool. And something that's never talked about, I've never heard anyone talk about in Canada, I guess because nobody is as old as I am. But in Canada, the comic books that we got, they gave us the 8-back comic books over and over again, well into the second wave. So, yeah, we missed out on a lot of comic books, at least the figures that I was buying. Look at that's jammed in there. I'm going to have to... Did I put it in the paper? No. Oh, the comic book I'll deal with later, but it's glued in. I don't like that happens so much. And that had never happened it fell out. That's good. Never happened in the olden days. The glue never got stuck under it. You can see by these two schematic drawings that they do look very much the same. And we got some 2000X armor over here. Let's make sure that I can rip everybody apart. There are no joints. No, there's no special features on these two figures, which maybe that's why I'm the most excited about them, because they're the most rudimentary. And back to that 8-back, I love that figures. I love those figures the best. Oh, it's way too small. Oh wow, that looks so nice in there. Oh, the colors, man. Also, the colors from the original figures. That's what I really like. Oh, and Wave, I was talking about the rudimentary, basic figures that reuse parts and stuff. They did that with Wave 6 of the original line, and that's when I stopped collecting toys. So I am loving how the weapons are looking in the back of the package. I'm loving the colors of them. And every figure that I open of these is my new favorite. It happens. And these are just so, these are so lame and boring. But I like them. I like the lame and boring figures. Okay, so like the 2000X, which I wasn't really a fan of the design, it was really popular for the time. For some reason, he's got a really loose waist joint. I mean, it definitely holds in there well enough. If you're new to this, I don't think you would be. All of the joints come apart and they snap together. This is something in recent years that was my dream for Masters of the Universe, and I cannot believe they incorporated it into the line. It was something that I was very vocal on my toy channel about saying, you know what they could do? They could make these mash up, because I loved the mashers. And I was like, what if one day Masters of the Universe did that? Now, I don't take advantage of that. I don't know why. I don't mix and match them. The color schemes are very, very distinct on all of these characters. So that's kind of the reason why, like, mashing them together doesn't really make sense, because they've really taken very careful design in choosing what colors go together. And when you start mixing the other ones, it doesn't seem to work. Now, you can get creative, especially now that we have so many different figures. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. 2 different shades of armor. There's no painted detail on this. Now, I know that most of the collectors are spinning in their graves. They're not even dead yet. They hate this, but this is what I love. This is what I loved about the original toy. This is what I like. It looks so Fisher-Pricey to me, which I love Fisher-Price, and that's what Masters of the Universe always was. They were just big baby toys. Big, hunky, chunky, sturdy baby toys. This is falling out. I don't like the hand grip. That never happened in the olden days. Hands held on to toys really, really easy. For some reason this is falling apart. I don't like that. But, okay, molded in this color. That's why I like it. I'm more of a simple schematic scheme. I like the least amount of colors. I like this to match this. It just makes a toy look really, really, really good. But this mashup, I am loving it. I love this color, silver gray, so much. And it looks great with the orange, and then his weird colored green skin. So not good for matching, mixing and matching together. But definitely an incredible dirty green. I love it. I call that color gas station green, and it's one of my favorite colors. I would wear all my clothes in that color if it was more attainable. The hair, I always, since they did the new head with the hair, and they painted it, I always thought that was a little strange. It would have been better if I think that they just made him look like he was bald and you didn't know what was going on there. More of like a Darth Vader head, I think would have been better. But I mean, they put that in there. It doesn't really look like hair. That's the problem with me. I guess because they don't always take the paint around to the edge there, so you can't really tell that he's like rocking some kind of a mullet under his helmet. Mustache, we like the weird dot paint eyes, the simple painted eyes, and eyebrows are very, very old school. Again, people would probably love the details painted on his helmet, but I like that they kept that solid. I hate that this keeps falling out of his hand. I love the color of it. I think it's a little dinky. It's not as hunky and chunky as the original one was. That I would prefer, but I do like the little details on this. The fur isn't painted silver, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I love it. His armor is not stuck together. It's kind of, it's in between rubber and plastic, which is okay, because it is working out very well. And, I mean, I don't really have to take anything apart, because we've seen this This is a weird waist joint. Usually they're super tight and you have to pull really hard to get them off. Something going on there. I don't know what it is. This is a new piece. I remember this from the 2000X line. I liked the Snake line. I loved the Mike Young cartoon. Didn't like the Filmation cartoon. Even as a kid, I say that all the time. But it is true. It was super juvenile. Orko, I don't need comedic relief. Well, maybe it just... Oh, no. Oh, no. He's dropping. He's really falling apart. Super easy. That being said, the joints are super tight. This is just great design. It's taking me a really long time to get past him because I am just looking at all the details, and the color silver is amazing. Look, they used a metal stud to hold that together. This is... I don't know what happens to be. The brown that they used on the boots is really unique too. They didn't paint the belt buckle. They did do the little bit of paint between the belt and the fluffy underwear. And they did paint his gauntlets blue to match it, and that's the same blue as the helmet. And orange is blue's complementary color. And then we got that weird, yeah. And then there's the pop of snake armor green on the claw itself. Now I think on the original, I think on the original that this was articulated, and it is, and you can see that there's even this great detail on the claw. So this is like the perfect figure for me. The way that it comes with so many accessories, and they're molded in the different colored plastics. Like every piece, it's only like this and his head that are painted, and they're done well. I love them. I absolutely love them. They could have painted the fur. I would have been okay. It's kind of weird to have metal fur. I'll give you that. But I'd prefer it to be on. He's awesome. He is so awesome. Okay, and then we have just this palace guard that is a snake man. And I guess he comes with the regular palace guard garb on. And I never really... Did they do that in Filmation? You would think that Man-at-Arms... See, this is in ranks. They usually don't take stuff away. They usually pile on more things. But I guess the whole thing was Man-at-Arms didn't need armor on both arms and on both legs, so they took it away. I shouldn't complain that Man-at-Arms has less armor, and this guy you're getting more with your figure. So over here, look, why doesn't he have both? I really never figured that out. Maybe it's because he doesn't need them, because he's such an amazing warrior. The visor trapjaw mouthpiece works on this. I don't know how they did this. Is it a creepy face or is it a human face? It is a creepy face. I don't know if they put the regular helmet. Can I see if the plastic was stuck on there? I don't know how that was done. I don't know how the palace guard was done. I usually don't do that many comparisons in these videos, but I think we will this time. I got to get out the palace guard. This is going to be a longer video, obviously. So far, he's good. There's not as much to talk about. They did a really good job painting this. I'm down with this. Like the amount of paint that's on this head, it's so good. They didn't see. This is the classic way of doing the eyes, where they just paint a dot and an eyebrow, and it works. It doesn't really seem like it matches this. I really noticed this with the Giant. There's Giant Masters of the Universe figures, and I'm selling a lot of stuff right now, and I don't know if I'm going to sell my Giants. Maybe they call them Jumbo. I don't know. They're huge, but I really noticed that Man-at-Arms face stood out as different and really rudimentary because of the little eyes. But I don't know. I think it works. I think that even though he's got eye color and eye dots and no eyebrows. Anyway, great color scheme, amazing color scheme. They painted his hair green. It looks like it's a different color green. This color gray, so awesome. This with this color brown and this color green skin, totally different color green skins, but so good, and it makes so much sense for man. Oh, look, okay, I see what's going on here. Because Man-at-Arms is green, it makes sense that he would become a Snake Man because he was already. But maybe they should have made him naked now, because it was really confusing. Is Man-at-Arms, especially when I was a kid, before the cartoon came out, before I even knew there was a cartoon back in '82, and I didn't know, was that just his skin color? Was he wearing this full body leotard? It was just kind of weird. His body was green, and his head was not green. I guess I thought that he was wearing like leotard. So the Snake Man is also wearing the green leotard, but they could have nuded him down. I mean, you can see his abs. What kind of form-fitting technology do they have in Eternia when your abs are that defined under what you're wearing? I don't know what's going on, but I gotta get out. I gotta get out the palace. I gotta get out this box of, like, I guess these are the specialty figures. Last Skeletor I opened, this wash, me not liking the paint on figures, but this is my favorite Skeletor now. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Oh, what? This is so funny. Okay, now I don't have Man-at-Arms with me, but I don't know. You're probably gonna know more than I do. You might be playing with your figures right now while we're looking at these together. Is this exactly done as this looks like Man-at-Arms skin color, but maybe they updated it to this bright green. So look, they're not even wearing the same. Shouldn't they be wearing the same uniform? They should be wearing the same uniform, I think. Why is he missing his armor on his side? I have it here. I guess I took it off for some reason. I think he must have come with full armor. It's the same armor. Is it the same color? No. Guess what? They didn't paint the eagle or falcon or whatever it is. Falcon? Did they use the same face? That's what I want to know. That's what I can't tell. Was this molded onto the head? Did they make a separate helmet? Is it the same helmet? Why can't I tell? I don't remember this visor moving. No, they created a new visor. You know what? Maybe that's not even supposed to move. I thought it was on a hinge, but it's just because it's a rubber helmet that it's moving. I think that they made a new sculpt and put it on a separate head, so now that they can put more faces under the different armor. I think that's what happened there. I'm not really sure. These things fall off. That never happened in original Masters of the Universe. Your armor it just held on so well. I don't know why or how that they were able to do a better job in the 80s and make all the armors and weapons and stuff mold and form fit, and they were always a perfect fit, and now things fall off all the time. It might be because plastic is less rigid, or I don't know. Anyway, unpopular opinion, I prefer the unpainted Falcon on his armor, and I think that he probably should have had exactly the same coloration, because isn't the whole premise, I don't know, I didn't read the comic book, the whole premise that the guard was turned into a Snake Man? Why would his loincloth and stuff change? There's no question that this paint is this whole color combination thing going on here. These are my colors. These are these army nature outside colors. I like this. Not painted. See how, I don't know, things get sloppy and weird when you're painting, putting little embellishments on it. The pop of blue is kind of fun, complements the orange, but yeah, I like all the unpainted. Even when he's got gauntlets on and they're supposed to be painted, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense having green skin and being able to and wearing an oversuit that you can totally see every rip in your muscle. That doesn't make sense either. This is just what I prefer. Okay, I've talked. I can't believe I'm probably I don't know what it is. There was something special about these figures, and I wanted to get them open sooner. It's because they're basic. They kind of epitomize the Masters of the Universe, the whole toy line, because the reuse of parts and the recoloration. I mean, that's what I love about that's what I love the most about Masters of the Universe. All right, these are great. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to open up next week in the comments below. We'll see you next time.